Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing a game called Eyeless Jack, which you can find on itch.io, and it's developed by Teo Dev. Apparently this game is based off of some old creepypasta, which I'm not familiar with, but basically the description of the game is that you have your house foreclosed. So you decide to move in with your brother, who you haven't seen in 10 years. And apparently we experienced something very traumatic in the process. So thought it looked kind of interesting to me, at least, and yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the creepypasta, and hopefully that doesn't ruin the experience, but we'll just see how it goes. Should be pretty fun.
Hello,
Oh,
my name is Mitch. I'm here to tell you about an experience I had a few months ago.
okay.
I have no idea if it was paranormal or whatever stupid words people use to describe supernatural phenomena, but after this experience, I started to believe in it.
Okay. Well,
Well, those are my last things. I'm glad you didn't leave me in this, Edwin.
Your family, Mitch. Of course I'd be here for you, man. Let's just move those boxes inside already. It's getting cold.
yeah, I didn't expect voice acting. That's pretty interesting. Alrighty. Also, I don't think paranormal is a stupid term to describe paranormal phenomena. I don't know how else would you describe it. I mean, anyways, which one? Where do we go? Kitchen. In here? Okay, there we go. Very, interesting intro so far. I can't place the accent, but that's okay. I don't want to guess. It's not to offend anybody.
Here.
Thank you, Edwin.
Thanks.
Nice music. Whoa, cool. Like the art. What was that? Oh, there's leaves falling. Nice. Oh, where'd he go? Hello? Pretty cool bathroom. Okay. What's up, homie?
You started smoking, huh?
You want one?
No thanks, I don't smoke.
Why don't you get some rest? You had quite a long ride to get here.
That's not a bad idea. I'm pretty tired.
Alright, good night then.
Night.
Very interesting reverb on their audio there. Sorry, it's really distracting. So I guess we're going to sleep now, and our brother's gonna have a smoke in the kitchen indoors. Like, go outside, dude. There's no reason to smoke inside. Can you imagine not seeing one of your family members, like, for 10 years? That's an odd concept to me. Like, I understand things change, you know, unexpectedly, or people travel for work, or just decide to move really far away, or whatever. 10 years not to see your brother seems, like, extreme to me. I don't know. That's a long time.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hey man, did you sleep well?
Yes.
Yeah, not bad at all. I only heard some strange rustling outside, but I guess it was just a raccoon or something.
Yeah, I agree. That's most likely it. Would you mind raking the leaves outside the house? I will make breakfast in the meantime.
Sure thing.
Sure.
The rake is somewhere around the entrance.
Around the entrance to the house? You mean the front door? The dialogue is a little too matter of fact, like, I heard noises, but it must have been something normal, like a raccoon. This is really weird. Oh, here we go, here we go. I can hear him cooking. That's pretty cool. A lot of leaves out here when you're living out in the middle of the woods. Even though these look like pine trees, these leaves do not match the tree. I'm just saying, not a big deal. Oh my god, dirt or something? Under the leaves. I can't tell what that is, to be honest with you. Looks like a stain. Old rusty barrels behind your house. That's normal. Not like you bury people in them or anything. Maybe that's what's happening. A ladder. Whoa. A weird ladder. Can we climb the ladder? That's a really weird ladder to have on a house. Just anyone at any time could just climb up on your roof. Okay, weird. There we go. What'd you make? Ooh.
Just in time. I cooked some eggs.
Yum. I like eggs. Don't like orange juice, though. Ew. Never been a fan of orange juice. Oh, it's 12:56 a.m. just after midnight. Almost 1 a.m. Ain't much going on in this game, y'all. We're just going through the motions. Oh, am I like sleepwalking? Hello? I can't get out. Okay, I guess we're just closing the window. Nice. These boxes are still sitting here. Nice. Did the walls look like this before? I don't know, whatever. Pretty weird house, honestly.
What's going on?
What the hell happened to you? Take a look in the mirror.
What are you talking about?
What? Oh, I have like cut on my face or something. Interesting art there. Okay.
It seems like you've been sleepwalking, Mitch. I have no other explanation for that.
That's strange.
Yes, it is.
Indeed, but there is something more disturbing than that gash.
Oh, what's more disturbing? Someone took...
You somehow lost your kidney last night.
How would you not know that? You wake up being like, ah, my
What?
kidney.
Unfortunately, we don't know how that happened. I'm sorry, Mitch.
Well, yeah, you weren't there. Of course you wouldn't know how it happened. I think you should say more than that, like call the police or something relative to like where I am or...
Before you go, could you please sign this paper?
Sure, Mr. Doctor.
Take care, Mitch.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Oh. Wow. It's like, your kidney's missing and I don't know how that happened. Sign here, please, and get out. That's like, what? Oh, man, I don't mean to, like, over-critique this, but damn.
How did it go?
He thinks I'm sleepwalking.
That's bullshit. How could this be the case?
Bullshit.
I don't know. It's all fucked up.
Anyway, take this key. It belongs to your room.
Sure.
Okay.
And Mitch, if there's anything bothering you, you can always tell me about it.
Thank you, Edwin.
I know. Thanks, Edwin.
What a supportive brother we have. Really odd tone. I guess I'm just gonna go to sleep again? I would be really concerned if I woke up and I had my kidney missing and a gash on my face. I'd be calling the police, all kinds of stuff. And where I'm from, we have guns, so you ain't gonna catch me slipping. Also have like crazy big dogs that you can't sneak up on, so. Oh my god. Shit, I need my camera fast. Why? Oh, hold down E. I would say my eyes, but they're missing. We're running away. Oh, that's a weird noise. Oh, we're running through the woods. Cool. Are we being chased? Doesn't look like it. Oh well. Oh, we have to run. I don't know what's going on. This is so weird. Oh. Oh god. Whoa. Like a rave. Oh my lord.
Good morning, Mitch.
Oh, hello. Ah!
I have some good and bad news.
You're dead.
The good news is that you only had minor injuries and your parents are going to pick you up.
Nice.
However, the bad news is that your brother, Edwin, was found dead. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Damn, bro. That's unfortunate. Was he the one buried in the backyard? And the guy that was my brother was pretending to be my brother? I don't know. I'll just take my camera and head back. Okay. Alright, I guess we're leaving. Dear God. He's ripped open from the inside. What's that thing on the floor? It's a body. What are we talking about? Oh, this? What the fuck? I mean, frick? What are we doing? What did I pick up? Hello? Alright, I guess we're leaving. I just picked up his heart, I guess, and we're just gonna leave. How does that make sense? What?
Are you okay, son?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm okay.
My kidney? Eyeless Jack. What in the world? Theodev, Dominic Braun. Original creepypasta. Voice acting. Map design. Cool. Well, this was an interesting experience. Going into it, obviously not being really aware of this creepypasta, I thought maybe I would miss some context here, which I feel like I am a little bit, but overall it's an interesting story, I guess, if you were to sort of build it out a little bit, where you reunite with someone, you know, like a family member you haven't been around in a long time, like 10 years, you meet your brother, and he has a creepy, weird little house out in the middle of nowhere, and then just something strange starts to happen, or something's off every night, and then eventually, of course, it escalates where you wake up with a gash on your face and your kidney missing, and then all of a sudden you get chased to the woods, and your brother's dead. I mean, I feel like it could be worked on a little more. I don't think this game was a bad attempt at telling a story like that. I think it's okay. I mean, it's not like a big deal. I don't play games just to like bash them or anything. I try to point out things I like about them and I think work, but also hopefully give them some sort of constructive feedback. I think the voice acting needs a little bit of work. You need to write out your scripts, I think, a little bit better to fit the tone and what's happening in the game. I really find it strange, and this game isn't the only thing guilty of that. I find games that almost they don't write enough to really match what the story is. Because you can like write your story down and say this is what's supposed to happen in this game, but then all the characters talk in a particular way that doesn't match that story, if that makes sense, then it can feel very disconnected and very disjointed in its tone. And I think the game had a fairly decent tone to start with, but every time someone would talk, it's like they weren't matching the seriousness of what's happening. It was just kind of like, yeah, anyways. And I'm not like making fun of the voice actors or anything, but I'm just saying like, and I'm not acting like they need to be like, oh my god, you know, like freaking out, but they need to be like a little bit change of tone, just a little bit, you know, like, oh my god, doctor, what do you think I should do? It's kind of thing, rather than just like, yeah, we don't know what happened, and yeah, I guess you can sign out and leave now. It's like, what? I feel like there would just be more steps to that scenario, like talking to the police and, you know, just little things like that. It doesn't have to be like a huge game where you have like a million hours of work into it. I just think a few more contextual scenarios like that would have made more sense. It would have had the character that we're playing as, Mitch, be a little bit more relatable in a sense, because it's like I would be freaking out if I woke up like that, you know, missing a kidney and a gash in my face. I'd be like really concerned. I'd be angry. I would be freaked out. You know, all kinds of stuff. And it would be interesting and I think effective if the character was also sort of reflecting that emotion. I think what they seem to have done is just kind of write some lines here and there, and then they just spoke them into a microphone and then placed them in as they went, which is fine. I don't really know their development history or anything like that. I'm not trying to hold them to some crazy high standard either. I'm just saying I think just a little bit more time with the writing, I think would have benefited the execution of the story, in my opinion. Now, it is just sort of a retelling of a creepypasta as well, so it isn't necessarily their story, you know, if that makes sense. They're just trying to tell it through the lens of like a video game, which I think is actually pretty cool. That's where things like Siren Head and Slenderman and all that stuff came from, creepypastas and all that. So I think it's cool to see more, you know, kind of things like that go from some story on Reddit to like a game you can play. I think that's a cool sort of little avenue of games, you know, nowadays, which I haven't really played very many of, but I think it's still fascinating for people to sort of put that in some sort of interactive scenario. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't too familiar with the story at all, but I think I can get pretty much everything out of it from what I played here. But I don't know, they did link and show, you know, the credit to who had the original story and whatnot. I'm sure it'd be really easy to look up. So I decided to look up Eyeless Jack, and I found a wiki, and he has all kinds of different aliases, but their full name is Jack Nyrus. Jack Nichols is a non-canon name. I'm not going to go through too much of this, but he's a serial killer, but like all these abilities they have, like, you know, an enhanced physical prowess, and they eat organs of their victims as well, stalk them and kill them. And then his goal basically was he stalked, tortured, and killed Mitch, partially succeeded, failed on the killing part. Lately, he killed Mitch's brother, and then he murders, stalks, and eats his future victims. Apparently, it's an ongoing thing. So he's a serial killer, a stalker, man-eater, and he's a demonic man-eater. I don't know how accurate this is on this wiki, but he's an enigmatic stalker and killer who breaks into the protagonist's home to torment and steal from them. So his appearance is usually described as a person in a black hoodie and an expressionless blue mask with no nose or mouth. Black liquid, a mixture of blood and tar, is dripping from the eye sockets behind the mask. His fingers are sharpened into claws and his mouth filled with sharp teeth, even though they said he has no visible mouth. Jack is 19 years old and 5'11". He also has gray skin, formerly Caucasian, and brown hair. He's infamous for being able to successfully remove a victim's kidney while they are asleep and sew up the wound flawlessly. so it is apparent that he has anatomical and perhaps even medical knowledge. So, it could have been the doctor. I had a weird thought like that earlier. He also possesses tremendous stealth and is almost never caught in the act. Despite having no eyes, Jack can still see. He is incredibly strong, being able to maul Mitch before easily killing his brother. The full extent of Jack's powers is still an unknown. So his origin was June 7th, 2010. The photograph of Eyeless Jack was posted on 4chan by a user named Arnon. The title of the post was Nightmare Fuel, which contained images of disturbing creatures from video games, one of the images featuring the original photo of Jack. The story itself was written on February 25th, 2015 by a Wikia user, Azelf5000, also known on YouTube as Papa Pinch, Pinchy, I don't know. On December 21st, 2014, the story was officially terminated from Creepypasta because the writer requested to be taken down, thinking that since Jeff the Killer was removed, Eyeless Jack should be removed by him before the admins decide what happens to it. Okay, I won't read much more of that. That's actually pretty interesting to me. I like the design of Eyeless Jack and sort of his lore, I suppose, and maybe that's what that black stuff was under the window outside the house that we saw under the pile of leaves. That would explain that a little bit better. I think that was pretty interesting. Overall, this game was not terrible. I don't think it did necessarily a bad job. From what I read of the story of Eyeless Jack, it pretty much got that point across of what he does and what he is, more or less, without giving too much away. However, like I said, I think the voice work needs a little bit of work. I think the writing needs a little bit of work. And other than that, atmosphere was fine. Visually, the game is okay. Audio is okay. Yeah, so I guess my final judgment for Eyeless Jack is I would just say it's okay. It's not a terrible game. It's not an amazing game. I think it's just kind of okay, and you know, that's fine too. I'm not saying anything bad about it. Like I said, I'm not making fun of it, but yeah, it's okay. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with anything that I said, and do you have anything else to add? I'd like to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoy my content, hit subscribe, like, and share the video. I'd really appreciate that. This was interesting. Maybe I can play more creepypasta-inspired games here soon. If you have any in mind and want to suggest them to me, go right ahead. I'm open to it. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. And that's all I have to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.